This is Teacher Anna, a grade school faculty member in a medium-sized private school handling 8 online classes, with 50 students each. However, these classes are not of the same subject since teachers in the K-12 levels are usually expected to teach students in several learning areas, which could also be different from their field of specialization. Because of this, Anna needs to do an extensive research about the subjects assigned to her, so she could prepare her instructional materials well, while also allocating time for her other administrative duties such as computing grades, preparing reports, and the like. According to the Department of Education, teachers spend at least 2 hours per day for these tasks, which sum up to around 400 hours of preparation time for the entire school year. But if there is only one set of competencies issued by DepEd, by which our students are to be measured, then why can't we have a single set of instructional materials, coupled with auto-graded assessments, and interactive and gamified learning activities that teachers coming from different schools around the country can use to effectively reduce their workload, and free up much of their time for their family and personal lives? We bring you Cerebro, an e-learning solution that comes with ready-made instructional contents that teachers can just pull out from the platform to jumpstart their online teaching, and even interactive simulations that provide realistic virtual laboratory experiments to keep students engaged with learning the fun way. A video conferencing integration is also available, so teachers can easily start synchronous sessions right within the platform, while students with connectivity issues can download the printable modules so they can continue learning even when they are offline. School administrators can monitor what's happening in their virtual campus, examine the system's usage data, and determine end users' performance. Parents can see their children's activity scores and check their login times as well. So, if you are looking for the best solution for making teaching easier for all, schedule a call with our e-learning specialist now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome for today's special webinar for teachers entitled Reducing E-Learning Cost with Cerebro. I'm Sarah, your moderator for today, and together with the Cerebro team, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you here with us this afternoon. So as we begin today's session, we will try to make sure that this session will be as interactive as possible. So I would like to invite everyone first to feel free to comment and tell us what you're feeling right now. Or maybe you would like to share with us your plans for this weekend, and we would love to hear that from you. Okay, good afternoon from CDO Dagupan. Okay, good afternoon, Ma'am Mary Lou. Good afternoon, Miss Rian. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Miss Alondra. Good afternoon, everyone. So, good afternoon. So, before we formally proceed to our program for this afternoon, we would like everyone to prepare ourselves as we begin with a prayer to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
search of hollow meaning. Let His love feed the hunger in your soul till it overflows with joy. You yearn to know. In Him alone is our hope. In Him alone is our strength. In Him alone are we justified. In Him with His love are we saved. In Him alone is our hope. In Him alone is our strength. I pour out the heart. He'll save me with His love and His mercy.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Again, good afternoon, everyone. So, as we begin our webinar, let me just inform everyone that after the discussion, if you will be given the opportunity to ask questions. So, if you have any questions that you would like to ask, please send in your questions to our official Slido page, and that is slido.com/cerebrolms. Or you can just go to slido.com and use the event code #cerebrolms. Or you can just leave your comments, your questions on the comment box so our speaker will be able to address your questions accordingly. Thank you. So at this point, may I call in the marketing officer of Cerebro, Ms. Maria Alondra Cooper, to discuss some important guidelines for our session this afternoon.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much, Sarah. So for our webinar guidelines, you can use the chat box to interact with everyone. Avoid using inappropriate language or behaviors towards the organizer and other attendees. So don't be shy to participate. We'd love to hear your questions and insights. So you can ask your questions at slido.com/cerebrolms. All right. So answer our evaluation form after the event so we'll know what to improve. And wait for your certificate via email after answering the evaluation. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Miss Alondra. I know that you can't wait to hear what's in store for all of us this afternoon. So, to begin our session, I am very much pleased to introduce our speaker for today. His advocacy is to help fellow educators make teaching easier so they can find time for their personal and social lives. With over 10 years of professional experience in the both K to 12 and university levels, he gained sufficient understanding of the needs of those who have chosen teaching as a lifelong career. As an entrepreneur, he has been managing startups and family corporations in the areas of printing, retail, technology, and educational support for the past 7 years. And he has found special interest in promoting corporate social responsibility. He is also a military officer in the AFP Reserve Force, wherein he contributes his knowledge and skills in the academic preparation of country's future leaders. Let us all welcome no less than the founder and CEO of Cerebro himself, Mr. Jonald Justine Itugot.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for that very warm and kind introduction. So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all enjoying your holiday today. It's a time actually to rest from everything work related, but you're here with us. We appreciate the time and the effort that you've given us to learn about how you can actually reduce e-learning costs using Cerebro as a learning platform and coupled with its resources that go with it. And thank you very much to our marketing officer as well, Alondra, for joining us this afternoon. And yeah, so I'm here to discuss with you about reducing e-learning costs using Cerebro. And we are technically offering a solution. Both free and paid solutions are available for our users. And this solution aims to help teachers jumpstart online teaching with the least preparation possible, allowing them to save up to 400 hours of preparation per year. Actually, Cerebro has its own set of instructional resources that are already there, built in the platform. And we also have our own auto-graded assessments, interactive simulations, and even the printable modules. So just to give you some information about why we are doing this, uh, again, I'm Justin and I'm the CEO of Cerebro. We are actually a group of teachers who aim to revolutionize teaching by allowing our fellow educators, both young and seniors alike, to jumpstart e-learning amidst the pandemic and make teaching in the new normal an enjoyable passion and not just a stressful job that could give them thoughts about leaving their careers. Just to give you some sort of a user story, this is teacher Anna, a grade school faculty member in a medium-sized private school, handling 8 online classes with 50 students each. However, these classes are not of the same subject since teachers in the elementary level are usually expected to teach in several learning areas, which could also be different from the teacher's field of specialization. And because of this, Anna needs to do an extensive research about the subjects assigned to her so she could prepare her instructional materials well, while also allocating time for her other administrative duties such as computing grades, preparing reports, and the like. Based on data from the Department of Education, a teacher spends at least 2 hours per day for these tasks, which sums up to around 400 hours of preparation time for the entire school year. And this number has just doubled during the COVID-19 pandemic, wherein teachers were required to produce a year's worth of digital materials so that their schools can get certified for online learning. So for the private school teachers who are joining us in this webinar, I know you're familiar with DepEd Order number 13 series of 2020, which was issued on June last year, 2020, no? And this laid out the minimum standards for online distance learning and for blended learning as a form of learning continuity for our private schools. And we could only imagine how stressful it is to be a teacher And what else could we feel if we realize that this problem also becomes a pain point for school administrators after seeing a great number of private school teachers who resigned from their jobs just last year. And with this, schools are losing billions collectively throughout the country just to train new hires whom they also cannot ensure if these teachers could withstand the pressure even for just a semester. And the Philippine Institute for Development Studies also notes that such heavy workload of teachers has a significant effect on the quality of education, leading us to rank 79th out of the 79 countries in the world who took the program for international student assessment in the year 2018. Just a few weeks ago, we have seen and read from the news the report from the World Bank stating that almost 80% of the students in the basic education levels here in the Philippines have not met the standards and competencies expected from them for their particular grade level. And these things are very much alarming. So we came to realize that if there is only one set of competencies issued by DepEd by which our students are to be measured, then why can't we have a single set of instructional materials coupled with auto-graded assessments and interactive and gamified learning activities that we could share with teachers coming from different schools to effectively reduce their workload and free up much of their time for their family and personal lives? Basically, our solution comes with ready-made instructional contents that teachers can just pull out from our platform to jumpstart their online teaching, and even interactive simulations that provide realistic virtual laboratory experiments that will keep students engaged in learning the fun way. In addition, school administrators can also monitor what's happening in their learning management system and determine the system's usage data and the end user's performance. So you might be thinking that there might be already other market players out there and that we might be a new name when it comes to e-learning. But actually, we started in 2014 as a tutorial center, and it is from there that we realized these problems that are happening in the education sector. So in 2019, we started developing our e-learning solution. And our initial set of clients were willing to switch to our solution and even gave us positive feedback that helped us gain early stage traction against the other widely used brands. In our first 17 months, since we have pivoted to becoming a full-time e-learning provider, we have continuously strived to develop our competitive edge, and we would like to further expand our reach in terms of curriculum alignment, ease of registration, and value for money. Currently, there are over 1.2 million teachers in the Philippines who could benefit from our solution. And among this number, 300,000 are from the private school sector who do not enjoy access to the government's learning resource system. 11,000 teachers are in the province of Cavite, where we have already tested our product, since 76% of the schools here are privately owned. And we all know that most private school teachers do not have the same resources that the public school sector are enjoying, no? Because usually the division offices, the regional offices, and even the DepEd national office would have their ready-made instructional content that they are just relaying to the teachers in different levels. But for the private school sector, most of the time they would have to create their own materials. And this could be a problem because we cannot ensure that all these materials are actually within the standards set by the government. But of course, I believe that there are lots of private schools that are already self-regulating, and they're also adhering to the standards given to them by the accrediting agencies here in our country. So they're doing their part, and we are here to make their jobs easier while also reducing costs because they don't have to invest so much, because our solution is something that can solve that problem for them. Sadly, there are about 865 private schools who had no choice but to close down during the pandemic just because they were not able to prepare digital materials and meet DepEd's minimum requirements for online learning. And this led to over 4,000 teachers losing their jobs and nearly 60,000 students who were either forced to transfer to other schools or to temporarily stop their education. At present, 10 schools with a combined total of about 8,000 users have subscribed to Cerebro at an institutional level, where 6 schools are from Cavite, and 4 are from other provinces who serve as our test markets for their respective areas in Metro Manila and Cebu. And this year, we are expecting a 2 times increase in the number of institutional clients that we have after we have received very positive feedback from our early stage adopters. So a good 75% of our team is composed of licensed professional teachers. So our solution is something that is crafted by teachers for our fellow teachers. And we don't think that the other learning management system providers have the same experience from the field that we have, since we ourselves felt how it really is to be a teacher from the ground. We have already received several recognitions for our advocacy. First, we were hailed among the top 12 winners of the Idea Space Acceleration Program for the year 2020. Idea Space is the nonprofit startup accelerator of the MVP group of companies led by Mr. Manny V. Pangilinan as its chairman of the board. We are also among the top 20 rescue startups versus COVID-19 of Cubo Innovation Hub for solving an urgent problem during the pandemic, especially in the education sector. By the way, Kubo is a public-private partnership among Idea Space, the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Science and Technology, and even the JP Morgan Foundation. And just earlier this year, we were chosen to be one of the incubatees of the DOST Tomasino Center, which is the technology business incubator of the University of Santo Tomas in partnership with the Department of Science and Technology, wherein our goal is to further develop or enhance our product and increase our reach in the education sector. Basically, individual teachers who are engaged in lesson planning or even parents who would like their children to learn their lessons in advance may directly register on our website and start accessing our materials there for free, while educational administrators may also opt to avail a paid monthly subscription at an institutional level so they can ensure a standardized quality of learning for their whole school. As for the price, our premium plans are actually 3 times lower than that of traditional textbooks. So overall, Cerebro is a cost-effective solution for jumpstarting online learning. Technically, using our platform and our collection of learning materials, you will be able to save time that you are paying your teachers to create the instruction materials if those are treated separately apart from the regular teaching hours that are already paid. And this can also help you in conducting maybe the review sessions of your students to ensure that they are adhering to the minimum standards and competencies given by DepEd in the curriculum, or with the most essential learning competencies or the MELC issued by DepEd just last year, so that you can ensure that they will pass the upcoming national achievement tests or maybe the national career assessment examinations, because all our learning materials are already adhering to DepEd's curriculum, and our competencies adhere to what is written there in DepEd's curriculum. The same goes with our ready-made quizzes. We already have our test bank, so the teachers can just mix and match the contents that we already have. So later on, we'll be able to show you the different things that we have on our platform, and maybe you can also compare what is available in our free and our paid version, so you'll know which is the best solution that fits the needs of your school in terms of making teaching easier for all and for reducing e-learning costs. Kasi I believe that there are lots of schools right now who are using LMS tools that do not have the content. So most of the time, you will still have to subscribe to a publishing house to purchase the digital materials that you can upload in the system. But here, for a single fee that you will be paying per student per month, so this will be a monthly subscription among students, no, to be paid by the school. So you will get to access the LMS plus the learning materials, including the test bank, the ready-made quizzes, the interactive simulations, including also the printable modules already. And apart from that, our team will be the one to manage everything for you. So we will be managing the LMS, so you don't need to have an elaborate IT team to do this for you. So if you're going to sum up all the costs, our solution is actually 3 times lower than that of traditional textbooks. So let's go to the actual system demonstration. So, ayan. So what I'm showing to you right now is the sample login page. This is from one of our client schools for San Sebastian College, Recoletos. Right now, uh, we have three campuses of San Sebastian College, Recoletos, de Cavite who are using the Cerebro Learning Management system, including our set of ready-made contents. So if you are on the premium subscription, then you will have your own login page similar to this. We can place your logo there. And as you can see, the URL on the address bar is also personalized for the school. So it's SSCRK12 because it's for San Sebastian College Recoletos K-12 department. That's cerebrolms.com. If you are from ABC school, then we can make it abc.cerebrolms.com. Or if you already have your domain name for your school, we can integrate that and link it together so that when your students are accessing your website, they can also see a link to our learning management system. So that will be easier for them to log in. As you may have noticed, there is no button here to create an account because the subscriptions for the paid plan will be based on the number of students who will be utilizing the platform. So basically, what we will do is our team will be giving you a set of ready-made usernames and passwords that you can just distribute to your students and even for your teachers, school administrators, and even the parents. So once they log in, they can just edit their profile, edit their usernames and their passwords, or maybe change their names, upload their pictures, edit their email addresses. So they will just have to personalize their accounts to make it secure. And if they have forgotten their password, they can click on this button here that says forgotten your username and password, and they will be able to reset the passwords from their email addresses. Or the school administrators also have the option to change the password so that the students can gain access to their accounts once again. Once they have already logged into the platform, they will be redirected to the dashboard where they can see almost all the elements that they need in order to access their learning materials. So for administrators, they will see this option here to create a course, but most of the time they don't need to create the course anymore because our team will be the one to pre-create the courses. Now, if you have other subjects where we do not have the ready-made materials for those subjects, then you can ask us to create the courses for you, blank courses, wherein you can upload your own learning materials, or you can also create the courses on your end, the subjects on your end, by just clicking this create a course button. Again, this button is only visible to those who have administrative access in the platform. Then there is the box here where the students can type their enrollment codes. Usually, the enrollment codes are 6 digits of numbers and letters given by the teacher so that the students can enroll themselves manually in those classes that they are currently enrolled in. Or they can click this button here wherein it will enable their devices QR code scanner or their cameras so that they can just scan the QR codes given to them by their teachers if they don't want to use the 6-digit enrollment code. Uh, Another option that the students can do to be enrolled in their classes is to ask the teacher to manually enroll them. So that is also possible. So we have here a built-in messaging facility wherein the student or the teacher and even the school administrators can message anyone in the platform if they have something to say. Maybe the student would like to request teacher A to enroll him or her in their classes, so the teacher can assist the student in that concern. So okay, so here we have the different level selectors that will allow the student to manually search for their classes per department or per level, or that the student can also search for their classes from the master list of subjects that are available in the platform using this search classes button here. But if they are already enrolled in those subjects, they can see the list of classes here on the top navigation bar. They will see here the list of my classes, or they can just scroll down to the bottom of the dashboard where they can see their currently enrolled courses. They can also see their upcoming deadlines here. There is a timeline here, but right now there are no upcoming activities since we are using a demonstration account. And they also have their own calendar. If they click here, they will see all the upcoming deadlines and the due dates given to them by their assigned teachers. So let's take a look at one example or at some examples of courses where we have our ready-made contents. So right now we are looking at the course page for the introduction to the philosophy of the human person. So obviously this is for senior high school. For example, you have maybe 2 or 3 sections for senior high school. Then we can create 2 or 3 copies of this course so that the teachers will have their own copy of our ready-made contents for their own section. So if the teacher would have 8 classes of philosophy, then we will also create 8 copies of the philosophy subjects so that they can manage their course materials well, no, separately from the other sections that they are handling. So for courses where we have ready-made content, so you can see that there is the level identifier there. It says senior high school. There is the course title, Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. We also have here the course description, which is directly lifted from DepEd's curriculum guide. We have here the announcement button, wherein the teachers can click this if they would like to post something like, for example, there is no class, there will be no classes on July 20 because it's a holiday. No. So when the teacher posts that announcement here, then students who have updated their correct email address in the platform can actually receive notifications via email. Now, if they have not updated their email address, so maybe they are still using the generic email address provided to them by default, then they can still see the announcements within the platform. We also have here the virtual classroom button, wherein the teachers can start video conferencing sessions or synchronous classes even without the need to download an external application such as Zoom or any other software. So this will load directly within the browser screens of our students, similar to Google Meet. And there is no need for the teacher to share the meeting links among their students because they can create this within their course pages and it is already visible for everyone. Now, school administrators will also have the ability to conduct virtual classroom observations. How? Because technically, school administrators have access to all the classes in the platform. So they can just visit any section or any course page and they can just click on the virtual classroom link and join the session to conduct a virtual classroom observation. So if you would like to know more about our virtual classroom facility, then I'll be sharing with you this video so that you'll know the different features that we have here.
Welcome. In this video, we're going to show you how to use Big Blue Button as a moderator and presenter capabilities. First thing is you'll see you'll be invited to join the audio, just as the viewers. I can join listen only, but I'm going to join with the microphone. When I do, Big Blue Button puts me into an echo test. Just lets me check my audio. Test, test. Sounds good. Now I join. When I join, I see the presentation area here. Again, the public chat is visible by default, and the users list. When you join as a moderator, you have a square icon which says this is all the moderators. The students, the viewers, join with circles. When I'm talking, you can see that I'm highlighting. I can mute myself here by just pressing the mute button. When a student unmutes themselves, you'll hear them, but you can also click and you can mute them as well. You may also see students joined listen only. When a student's joined listen only, they can't talk, but they can hear you as well. Students can also set their status, which means their initials will be replaced by an icon. Here, you can see happy face, and I'm going to clear all the icons as well. As the instructor, you can start and stop the recording anytime. So here I'm going to do start recording, and a message appears. And I can also click it again to pause the recording. And I can start and pause the recording as many times as I want during the session. Other moderator capabilities, I can mute all the users. I can mute everyone except myself. And I can also lock the viewers down as well. So this means I can prevent them from sharing webcams, sharing microphone, public chat, private chat, as much as you want. This one here is if you want to prevent them from seeing everyone else's webcams It means that they will only see your webcam, but you'll see all the students' webcams. To apply it, just close, and then you'll see an icon here next to their name that says they're locked. If you want to unlock the capabilities, go back to lock viewers. I can just turn off the locks, and then they'll be able to do everything again. You also have the ability to put students into breakout rooms. To do this, you choose Create Breakout Rooms. It shows you the list of students. I can drag and drop a student between each room. I can choose the number of breakout rooms, the duration, and I can also allow students to choose which breakout room they want to join. Let's set it to 5 minutes, and I click Create. You'll see the Breakout Rooms tab appear to the left, and now you can see students, the count of students as they go into breakout rooms. You have the ability to join the audio in a breakout room, and you can also fully join the breakout room. If you do that, it'll just give you the invitation to join, and it'll bring you into the breakout room just like the students. You can join the audio, you can see the students in the room, and when you're done, you just close and you're back to the main room. At some point, you may wish to end the breakout rooms before the end time. You just click End. I'll rejoin the audio. And we're back in the main room. Students are all back, ready to pick up where you left off. Let's turn to the presentation area. Here, by default, the whiteboard tools are selected, so I can use the pen tool to draw. I have a series of tools here as well, which I can use. So let me go to a blank slide. If I want to draw, I can do a little bit of drawing. And as the instructor, I can also give the students the ability to draw as well by turning on multi-user whiteboard. When I do that, you can see their icons move, and they can draw on their own layer. They can't overwrite anything, and you as a presenter have the ability to turn on and off multi-user whiteboard anytime you want. If I turn it off, all the ability to draw will be frozen. If I turn it off, students can no longer draw. And if I clear, it clears all the whiteboard marks. As a presenter, you have some controls here on the left-hand side. I can start a poll, upload a presentation, or share a YouTube video. Let's start with upload a presentation. I can bring this up, I can browse my files, and here I've got something ready to go. This slide has a question on it. It could be a slide deck of 20, 40, 100 slides. Very efficient to share a presentation because it only downloads once to the user's computer, unlike trying to share your desktop, which we'll show in a moment. Here the slides have A, B, C, and D. Let's say I want to do a poll and want to ask the students, what is the result? Because it's actually formatted just fairly simply, Big Blue Button actually realizes that you have a poll for A, B, C, D. You also have the polling option here, and I can choose A, B, C, D. So if I do it, the students are all presented with a poll. I can see there's one response, and I can publish the results. When I'm done polling, I just close the poll. And then I can clear the polling marks as well, because they're just whiteboard. If I want to share a YouTube video, I click here, choose Share YouTube Video. I have a URL ready to go. Just click it, I do Share Video. The presentation area will become the video, and it will start playing, and all the students will see the same video. You as the instructor can scrub ahead to the video. They'll all scrub ahead to the same point, start playing. And if you pause, they pause as well. It's a really easy way to share a video with your students. If I want to stop sharing the video, choose Stop Sharing, and I choose Stop Sharing the video. It goes back to the presentation area. You also have the ability to share the screen. So I'm using Chrome, which makes it really easy. I click once to share the screen. It gives me some options here, and I can choose an application window, Chrome tab, or I can just go back, leave it at default, and choose here my entire screen. And then I click Share. In a moment, the screen sharing will start up, and you'll see this kind of screen-on-screen effect just because I'm sharing my screen while I'm viewing it. Most of the times, you'll just go to an application, and you can start showing how the application works, and this is what users will see. When you go back, you can just stop the screen sharing anytime you want. And this becomes part of the recording as well. Finally, as moderator, you actually have the ability to make someone presenter, so you can make someone else presenter. And if I do that, Tara can move the mouse around and I can see the mouse moving. You have the ability to remove any user, and you can also promote them to moderator as well. Finally, when you're done, you have the ability to choose log out, or if you want, you can end the meeting, which would kick everybody out and start the recording. And that's it. That's an overview of how to use Big Blue Button as a moderator with the capabilities of presenter.
So that's how it works for teachers. Now I'm going to show you how Cerebro LMS virtual classroom powered by Big Blue Button works naman for students.
Hi, this is an overview. Hi, this is an overview of the Big Blue Button client. When you join a session, the Big Blue Button client loads up in the browser, and you have two options to join the audio. You can join listen only or microphone. Here I'll choose microphone. It will put you into an echo test, which allows you to hear your audio coming back from the server. You can make sure the audio sounds good, microphone's working, and I click yes, and it'll join you into the audio bridge. You can now see the Big Blue Button client. Here's a presentation area where the instructor will update the slides. This is the chat area, and the left panel here shows you the users list and a couple other options for public chat and shared notes. You can see as I'm talking, my icon is highlighting, and I'm currently unmuted. Tara, who is also the presenter, her icon is red, which shows she's muted. If I click the microphone icon here to mute, I can mute and I can unmute myself. By default, you're in the public chat. Here you can chat with anyone in the session. So if I say hi, my message will appear, other people's message will appear as well. I can click on anyone's name and do a private chat. This will just be between me and that person. So here chatting with Tara, if I say, what time does the class start? She can respond back, and only she and I will be in the session. I can close this panel, give myself more room for the presentation, or I can open it up again. There's another area here called Shared Notes, which is a collaborative area for all users in the session to write. So the instructor can write some stuff at the top, main points of the session. I'll go main point A, B, C, and you can just collaborate together. And again, I can close this by just clicking the same label. I can also click on my name to set my status. So here I can set an emoji, happy, so I'll click happy. The moderator can clear all the emojis. There was just cleared as well. I also have the ability to share my webcam. So I can go down here and click share webcam. It'll come up, it'll give me a choice of cameras, and I'll click start sharing. In a moment, my video will appear, and since there's only one video, it'll be in the lower right-hand corner. As soon as someone else shares their video, the videos will pop to the top. And now the webcams, we see two of them. When you have two or more webcams, you can actually minimize the presentation area. And if I want, I can actually minimize the panel on the left. So now it's just a video chat. So, hi Tara. Okay, and I can bring the chat back, and I can bring the presentation back. And to stop sharing webcams, I'm just going to click the stop sharing at the bottom. In the presentation area, the instructors will probably upload slides. So here's a slide, and I can see the instructor moving their mouse pointer around. This slide is a question. The instructor could actually do a poll at this point. And if you have a poll, you'll see the options come below, and I think the correct answer is A. At some point, the instructor can publish the poll, and you see the results below. Notice there's an icon here in the lower left-hand corner. Sometimes the instructor may upload slides and give you the ability to download them. If you do, you click on it, it opens up in a new page, and you have the slides there. But if you don't see that, it just means the instructor hasn't made the slides available for download. In the presentation area, the instructor can draw on the whiteboard. And the instructor may also give you the ability to draw as well with multi-user whiteboard. So here, I can choose the pen tool, and I'm going to choose the color blue. And now I can draw, and the instructor can draw at the same time as well. Okay, and the instructor can take away the drawing controls, and then they can also clear the whiteboard as well. You may also be invited to join a breakout room. And when you do, the screen will show you the option to join. Okay, so here I've been invited to join breakout room 1. I click join, and notice that a new tab opens up. So I'm actually in a new tab, and I'm still in the main room. I'm going to join the audio here in the breakout room. Same as before, do a quick echo test, and then you go in. Test, test. And now I'm in the session with all other students who are there. And it shows me at the top how long the breakout room is. Everyone in the breakout room comes in as a moderator, so I have the ability now to upload a presentation, write on the whiteboard, collaborate with others, share notes and everything. I'm still in the main session, so if I click on the previous tab, I can see that I'm still here in the main room, and I could ask the instructor, could you join us in room 1 if I needed some help. At some point, the instructor can close the breakout rooms, in which case this room will close. And when it does, you're brought back to the main room or you're invited to join the audio again. So it's very quick to go in and out of breakout rooms. During the session, you may also see that's being recorded. And if you see it being recorded, you'll see it up here as a count timer. So here it's showing red, it's being recorded. And at some point, the instructor may pause the recording as well. And there it's paused. If you need help on using Big Blue Button, there's a help menu here. It'll take you to a page which shows you some videos on how to use it. Finally, if you want to leave the session, just click log out, and that's it. You're done. And that's how easy it is to use Big Blue Button.
So that's how our virtual classroom functions for both the teacher and the student interface. And this means that you don't need to pay for a separate subscription for Zoom, or maybe a premium subscription for for Google Workspace, so that you will have all the functions of this on Google Meet. Because right now, there are some limitations with the free version of Zoom and Google Meet, or whatever you are using. So we can include this as part of your subscription. But if you think that you don't need the video conferencing platform, we can also remove it from your subscription of Cerebro, so you will be able to enjoy a lesser fee na rin when it comes to your LMS subscription. So aside from it, we also have our PDF copy of the curriculum guide here, wherein you can compare if our learning materials are actually following DepEd's competencies in their curriculum. And most of our materials are already following the MELCs, which is just a shorter or a compressed version of DepEd's original curriculum. Because in the most essential learning competencies, DepEd drastically reduced the number of standards and competencies to only those that are essential and are applicable to online learning. But nevertheless, they are still based on DepEd's original curriculum. So regardless whether you are using the MELCs or DepEd's original curriculum for the K-12 program, or for the tertiary level for college, you are using the new general education curriculum, then all our materials are aligned with all those competencies listed in those curricula. So let's take a look at some of the examples of the ready-made contents that we have. You can see that for every topic, there is a quiz that goes under each one of it. So, for example, for doing philosophy, under it, we have quiz number 1 for Introduction to the Philosophy of the Human Person. For topic 2 on methods of philosophizing, there is another quiz under this. So our quizzes have around 5 to 10 questions each, and the teacher can utilize the questions from our question bank, or they can add their own questions, or maybe mix and match questions coming from different grading periods or different topics, so that they can create their own set of assessments. So let's take a look at one of the examples that we have here for the ready-made course presentation. As you may have noticed, this does not require the students to download the presentation on their device. So they don't need PowerPoint for this, because this will load directly within their browser screens. And if we're going to check the contents, we have here the list of competencies. We can compare these competencies from DepEd's curriculum. For example, for topic number 1, distinguish a holistic perspective from a partial point of view. If we're going to check DepEd's curriculum, we can see that philosophy, topic number 1, competency 1, is about doing philosophy, and it has the same competency: distinguish a holistic perspective from a partial point of view. And if you're going to look at the actual slides, we can see that the topics are about holistic thinking and partial thinking, because those are the things that DepEd would like us to teach. Let's take a look at another example. This is for junior high school English, grade 7. So let's take a look at topic number 1 for word analogy. So this is the presentation for word analogy. As you can see, there is only one competency here, because again, we are already following DepEd's most essential learning competencies, wherein again, DepEd drastically reduced the number of competencies to only those that are essential and are applicable to online learning. And you can see that our slides are designed in a way that the students will be able to focus on the things that are essential on their screens. So we are using different graphic design tools and graphic organizers, such as elements like arrows, boxes, so that the students will know where to focus on their screen so that they won't get distracted. Another example that we have here, this is for science for grade 3. Let's take a look at topic number 5, living things, sense organs. So here's the example of their course presentation. As you can see, the layout for grade school has a different color and has a different font style because uh, students in the lower grades have different attention span and different needs in terms of the style of our learning materials. So we have two competencies aligned with the MELCs. And if you're going to check the quiz, then because the competencies would like us to describe the parts and functions of the senses of the human body and enumerate helpful habits to protect the sense organs, the questions on the quiz that go with it are aligned with what is needed in those competencies. So it's about the auditory sense organs, it's about the visual sensory organs, and the like. Now, if the teachers would like to add their own questions, they can do that easily. They can just click edit quiz and add questions from the question bank, add a random question from any of the other topics, or add a new question from scratch. From scratch, they can create a multiple choice or true or false or any type of question. But we usually suggest that teachers would create multiple choice or true or false questions so that the system can automatically check for right and wrong answers. And once the students have finished answering the quiz, then the grades will be automatically posted on our virtual grade book, which the teachers can later on download or export in Excel format. And from there, they can extract the grades and maybe transfer it to their school's own class record format. So that's very easy to do with Cerebro LMS. So another example that we have, this is for kindergarten. We are following DepEd's treatment for preschool, wherein there is only one level of kindergarten and there is only one set of standards and competencies for 5-year-old Filipino children, regardless of how many subjects you are teaching them. Basta for DepEd, there is only one set. So you can see that our course materials here, some have English titles, some have Filipino titles, and they are mixed together. Most of the time din naman kasi, for kinder, there is only one teacher handling all those subjects. So, as you may notice, there is an extensive set of instructional materials and quizzes here. And for all the subjects that we have in the platform, we also have our learning companion. Now, the learning companion is similar to a textbook, and it is a printable module that students with connectivity issues can download and print so that they'll be able to follow the discussions even if they won't be able to join the online or live sessions. So all our materials here, our questions, our topics are all aligned with what is already available here in our platform. For example, this is topic number 2, mga alituntunin sa ating paaralan at silid-aralan. Then, as you can see, on our LMS version, it's the same. It's about mga alituntunin sa ating paaralan. So, they are aligned. So, you don't need to create your own modules anymore for your students. No need for you to print this out and distribute to your students because the students can print this on their own. So, that is another way of reducing your costs for e-learning or for distance learning. So, yeah, as you can see, it's already in textbook format. But if you think your students and the teachers will not be able to print this on their own, we can also print this for you. We will just have to charge you with the printing cost, no? And that's it. We will be able to deliver to you your requested printable modules in your school, and maybe from there you can distribute it to your users or to your students. So aside from the ready-made course presentations, from the quizzes, and the printable modules we have shown, we also have our interactive simulations that will keep students engaged with learning the fun way. This gives them a gamified learning experience. For example, this is for fractions, no, for math. So we have different levels to choose from. For example, the student answers incorrectly, what will happen? So that the system is asking for the illustration of the 2/3 fraction or 2/3. If the student answers it incorrectly, then the system will not accept their answer. So if it's correct, so that's what will happen. Let's try to finish everything and see what will happen. Okay. And when they proceed to the next level, it's actually more difficult compared with the previous one. Again, hold on. Let me show you another example. I have another example here. This is for physics for balancing act. So let's take a look at this. Let's see if two cans of fire extinguisher weighing 5 kilograms each would weigh the same as with a 10 kilogram trash can if placed on different sides of the seesaw. So as you can see, they don't weigh the same, even though they have the same weight. No, they don't weigh the same on the platform. Why? They are not balanced. So we can enable the different elements that we have on the screen. So we can see that it could be the placement of these materials that affected to the imbalance of the platform. Another example that we have, this is one of the most dangerous and exciting simulations or experiments that we are doing in school, wherein we ask our students to connect wires, switches, and batteries, no, to a light bulb to see that if they are able to complete the circuit and then light the light bulb if they have connected everything correctly. So most of the time, schools would or teachers would not ask their students to do this because this is very dangerous. This could cause electrocution, or if not done correctly, this could also cause fires. No, here we can test the circuit even virtually. So if everything is connected correctly, then the light bulb will light. Now, if it is not connected correctly, then there will be fire, but the fire here will be virtual. So your schools or your students' homes will remain safe from all those hazards. If you would like our students to learn how to use a voltage tester, then we can turn on the circuit and connect the wires here, and we'll see that the voltage shows 9 volts because that is the battery that we are using. Aside from the 3 simulations that I have shown you, we have 83 interactive simulations in our platform that you can choose from. You'll just have to type here on the search bar which particular topic are you looking for. For example, you're looking for fractions, then there will be the different, there will be the list of different activities that are featuring fractions. Okay, so basically that sums up the different basic features that we have on our learning management system. And we are now open to answer your questions if you have any questions. So please do not hesitate to ask your questions on slido.com/cerebrolms. And or if you want, you can just post your questions here on our comment box wherever you are watching right now. Maybe you're on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or on YouTube, and let's see if we'll be able to address those questions. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Sir Justine, for that very informative and comprehensive discussion about how Cerebro can help teachers reduce their e-learning costs and jumpstart online teaching with the least preparation possible. So now I'm opening the floor for questions. So if you have any question that you would like to ask, please send in your questions to our comment box on Facebook and on slido.com so our speaker will be able to address your questions accordingly. So we already have question. Let me. Okay. Do you have any do you have physical books?
Yeah, as I have shown you earlier, we have our printable modules. Now, those are our equivalent of physical books. Now, if you don't want to print it on your own, we can also print it courtesy of our Caritas Bookstore and Publishing House, which is one of the subsidiaries also of our company, and we can have it delivered on your school. So that way, you will only have to settle the printing costs of these books. Yeah.
So don't hesitate to ask questions, guys.
Yeah. And if ever na you'll have questions naman after this session, then we can actually book then no a meeting, a one-on-one meeting, because most of the time we would have to see your situation in your school, no, the number of students that you have, the type of curriculum you are following, so that we can design a plan that works best for you. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one consultation, no, it's just a consultation. It's free, so we can see how we'll be able to help your school in your e-learning compliance. Please don't hesitate to book a meeting with us. You can visit bit.ly or bit.ly/cerebro-meet, or you can just go to our website at cerebrolms.com and click the link there that says book a meeting. Then we'll be able to set a meeting on our calendar and discuss your needs. So it's just a quick meeting, maybe a 20-minute Zoom call will do. So we'll be able to discuss more about your needs for your schools.
There's another question, sir. Um, can we buy printed books from you for teaching and personal purposes?
Yes, definitely, no. If, for example, you don't want to avail the actual learning management system, you can also avail our printed modules or our textbooks. And please follow our page. That's Cerebro LMS on Facebook. Or you can also go to our publishing houses page on Facebook. No, that's Caritas Bookstore and Publishing House, wherein we post the different titles of our available printable modules or printed modules for that matter.
Okay, there's still a question, sir. Nada-download po ba yung app na ito if ever nagagamitin for e-learning?
Yes, the application is freely available or downloadable on Google Play and on the Apple App Store. But that would require you to have an existing subscription first, whether on the free plan or on the paid subscription. Now, if you would like to create a free account, no, on the free plan, just go to our website at cerebrolms.com, and there's a button there that says get a free account. So create an account and you will be able to access our ready-made course presentations. Other than that, that would require you to have a paid subscription if you would like to access our quizzes, our printable modules, and maybe if you are a teacher who would like to add students and form a group or a section there, then yeah, that's the time that you may need to subscribe to the paid subscription. But if you're only after the ready-made course presentations and you would like to use them for lesson planning or for screen sharing purposes, diba? So you can just create a free account. If you would like to download our app so that you can access it on your mobile phones, that's also available on Google Play and Apple App Store. And if you want, we can again set a meeting so we'll see which plan best fits your needs for your school.
Okay, sir. There's still a question po. Can we view in your FB page the list of printed books you have available for buying?
Yes, we are posting the titles of our available books on our Caritas Bookstore and Publishing House page. Or if you want, you can also send us a message on our Cerebro LMS Facebook page so that we can send you privately the list of all the learning materials that we have. So, or maybe you can send us an email. Our email address is also there, posted on our website and on our FB pages. So yeah, we can send you the list of books if you would like to avail of these materials.
Do you have any? Thank you very much, daw po, sir. So, do you have any questions pa po ba?
Yeah.
Naida-download po ba yung app na ito? I guess.
Yeah, we already answered this question. But again, you can go to the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just type Cerebro LMS and you'll be able to download our application. But that would require that you have an existing subscription first, whether a free or a paid subscription, so that you'll be able to use it.
Any questions before we end this session?
Yeah, I guess if they'll be able to think of a question again, no, you can book a one-on-one meeting with us. No, just visit bit.ly/cerebro-meet or visit our website at cerebrolms.com, and we can schedule a one-on-one conversation so that we can discuss everything that you would like to be answered. Okay. And yeah, after this session, you will also be receiving pala, no, your certificates of participation. So thank you for joining us. Sige, back to you, Sarah.
So I guess that's it. So to sum up today's webinar, I would like to thank everyone who are watching with us here on Facebook Live for your active participation, and I hope you enjoyed this talk. And if you think that Cerebro would help you to jumpstart online teaching, you can book a meeting with us in the link flashed on the screen. So before we officially end this webinar, please go to the link flashed on the screen to have your e-certificates. Okay, again, thank you everyone and have a great day ahead. Bye, guys.
This is Teacher Anna, a grade school faculty member in a medium-sized private school handling 8 online classes, with 50 students each. However, these classes are not of the same subjects since teachers in the K-12 levels are usually expected to teach students in several learning areas, which could also be different from their field of specialization. Because of this, Anna needs to do an extensive research about the subjects assigned to her, so she could prepare her instructional materials well, while also allocating time for her other administrative duties such as computing grades, preparing reports, and the like. According to the Department of Education, teachers spend at least 2 hours per day for these tasks, which sum up to around 400 hours of preparation time for the entire school year. But if there is only one set of competencies issued by DepEd, by which our students are to be measured, then why can't we have a single set of instructional materials, coupled with auto-graded assessments, and interactive and gamified learning activities that teachers coming from different schools around the country can use to effectively reduce their workload and free up much of their time for their family and personal lives? We bring you Cerebro, an e-learning solution that comes with ready-made instructional contents that teachers can just pull out from the platform to jumpstart their online teaching, and even interactive simulations that provide realistic virtual laboratory experiments to keep students engaged with learning the fun way. A video conferencing integration is also available, so teachers can easily start synchronous sessions right within the platform, while students with connectivity issues can download the printable modules so they can continue learning even when they are offline. School administrators can monitor what's happening in their virtual campus, examine the system's usage data, and determine end users' performance. Parents can see their children's activity scores and check their login times as well. So, if you are looking for the best solution for making teaching easier for all, schedule a call with our e-learning specialist now.